Hi, I'm Jolene Jang, the conference reporter, reporting for Optimist TV. Today's story is about these two ladies who saw a need and they put a solution together. And why it's positive is because it brings communities together. It helps families and small businesses. So meet Michelle and Susan with Scoop OTP.
We're in Woodstock, Georgia.
Okay, and these ladies are from Scoop OTP. And what does that mean?
It is the insider's guide to living outside the perimeter. So it is a website that focuses on anything going on in the suburbs. New restaurants, retail, fun activities, family fun events, what's coming, the dirt we like to call it, new businesses that are opening, because if you're familiar with OTP, there is something new being built or opening almost every week. So we focus on anything that's going on outside the perimeter.
So is it like, okay, in the city you have all sorts of publications like what's hot and what's new, and so you guys are kind of like the Entertainment Tonight or like what's hip and cool in the suburbs.
Absolutely, yes. We are the ambassadors of suburbia.
Okay, so why was there a need for this?
I think the way OTP is aligned, it's very segregated. Each city has its own magazine, and those magazines talk about what's going on in the city, church and community and civic, but there was no fun, no leisure section to that. So if you lived in Woodstock, maybe you got a little bit about Woodstock restaurants, but you certainly didn't hear about Canton or Roswell, which is just 10 minutes each way in the direction. So we kind of wanted to unify OTP and talk about all the great restaurants, all the great family fun things. Just because I live in Canton doesn't mean I don't want to go to a fun festival in Roswell, or I don't want to know what's opening in Alpharetta. We like to get out and about.
And you're desegregating. It's like, it's inclusion.
It's inclusion because they're all, I mean, you can look around Woodstock here. It's a booming and fun, great little town, but there's a lot of great little towns right around here. And like she said, they might be 15 minutes away. So sometimes you do want to go check out what's going on or see the newest restaurant or hit up the beer festival that's going to be going on in the town next door. And before we started our website, there wasn't a really good source of all of that information.
For the northern side of
For
Atlanta.
the suburbs.
So what kind of fun things have you found for families?
Well, there's so much offered. I think that's the beauty of OTP, is that we have the countryside of city life. So we have these great bike trails, and we have these petting zoos, and we have, the nature. Really, you can hone in. We can hike Kennesaw Mountain. You can go and do shoot the hooch, it's called, like on a river raft.
Okay.
In Roswell. Yeah, so there's a lot of fun things. We have an entire category dedicated to it called Forced Family Fun. You could be on there forever. There's whirly ball, there's ninja courses, there's all kinds of great things outside here, because people can get these big warehouses and build, bigger play areas.
Have you had some success with that where maybe some families were like, I don't know, but I saw this, and I'm like, we go there once
all the time.
Absolutely.
They write on our Facebook page, thank you so much.
Right.
We tried it, we loved it, we also say it's great.
And we try to push that information out at times when we think it's, the dead of winter, or maybe it's holiday time. We know you're going to have family in town. Why don't you take the whole family to, the ninja course, and, the boys might do this, the girls could do this, and even Grandpa will have fun watching. And so we try to be timely with our content, and get it out when it's relevant for the reader, so that they are.
So when you had said, Grandpa can do this, that'd be funny. Like on your posting, we're like, okay, well, Grandma can sit in chair. There's chairs for them, and then whatever father who's kind of.
We do. There's Wi-Fi there. He can. That's exactly how we write the post.
Dad can still watch the playoff game while he's sitting there.
That's exactly how we write it.
We try to give you all of that extra information because it's information we want.
Don't forget to bring your socks, or you won't be able to do this.
Right.
Don't forget to wear closed-toe shoes, or you won't be allowed to do this activity.
Oh boy,
we got you covered.
That is something. And so again, your demographic is about 30
anybody
to
who
55.
wants to know
Probably
what's
the
going
30
on.
and over crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
People that have a
Most
little
of the time,
discretionary income to go do, eat, shop, entertain.
Right. So how many years has this been going? 4?
We're in our 4th year of doing it.
Okay. So what's something that's really changed from year 1 to year 4?
Well, I think our categories have evolved.
We have. We've
That's
changed. What
been
we
huge.
started out with is
Yeah.
what we thought would be the good categories that people want to know. We've, added some, taken away some, changed it up a little bit, just based on
People love to know
feedback
what's
and what
coming.
people have told us.
What's coming. That's a huge thing. We call it the dirt, construction dirt. Michelle referred to it earlier. And everybody wants to know, whether it's in their city or not. They want to know what's
And even
coming.
if it's something as simple as just a Big Lot store or
Yeah,
something,
I mean, they love it.
they want to know. They want to be the first
That's
to know.
been a new
So we try
addition.
really hard to get that information. Another thing we've added to is the movie scoop, because there's been so many Atlanta, in town. Filmed so many movies. I believe they're third right now in the country behind New York and LA.
Wow.
But a lot of those movies do come out to the suburbs
And film there.
So we will, if we can get photos and catch, Tom Cruise in action somewhere, which we have.
We have, yeah.
Or if we know there's going to be a shoot down in the park here or something like that, we try to get that out there, because again, everyone wants to know. I mean, it's a little like a gossip column, I guess you could say, but everyone wants to know, so we try to get that out there. Or if there's a really exciting, interesting casting calls, we've had a casting
Lot of
company
people.
has reached out to us saying, we see you're getting a lot of traffic. We're going to send you all the casting calls that are in your area, and we sort of push that out because people are interested in that.
And even if they don't want to apply to the casting call, they want to know what new movie's coming
Right.
out.
What
They just like
stars are
that.
they maybe going to get a chance to see?
Right.
This really feels like I'm on entertainment tonight.
It kind of is.
Like,
It
I'm
kind
like,
of
what's
is, yeah.
new? What's
Yes,
happening?
right.
What's hot?
Got you
What's
covered.
not?
We'd love more contributors, because we're two people, and we do have a few really good contributors.
contributors.
A food critic that is wonderful, and some other individuals that write and contribute to us. But we can only get there's a lot of miles that we
It's a
need to
large
cover.
area.
So we'd love to get.
Okay, so
more.
who do you need? How will you vet them and qualify
Sure.
them? So
We would love someone on the northeast portion of Atlanta, up in, say, Gwinnett County, that
Yeah.
area, Hall County. We would love someone south in Forsyth
South
County,
OTP,
or is
yeah.
it Forsyth County or Fayetteville County, I
Fayetteville,
believe.
yeah.
Peachtree City.
Noonan.
Yeah, because we
That
just
area.
can't physically get to all these places, and we don't know about every single event and
We're
every single
very
new
knowledgeable. Woodstock, Roswell,
So
Alpharetta.
in general, or do you need a food critic over there, and you need some?
We don't.
like-
we could never have too
Food
much.
people
I
go
mean,
everywhere. You'd be
Right.
surprised.
Okay.
Food critics, if you're a foodie,
You know all
travel
the
and
places.
you
Okay.
enjoy
Sure.
that experience.
So they should go to your website
Go
and
to our
we have,
website,
you
which-
could
and just
info at
contact
Scoop.
us. Send us an email if you think you can do what we do in your
Yeah.
area and we aren't currently covering it. We'd love to hear from you, because
Or maybe they could submit like on Facebook, like a couple like stories,
That's
like
exactly,
examples.
yeah.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. We would love that, because the more information we have, the more we can share with people and get more readers.
So what are some of the things you learned along the way that surprised you?
I would think how great and appreciative these stores are when we write about them. So many of them are mom and pop stores that don't have the marketing funds or ability to get the word out. So here we are talking about a store in Alpharetta or in Ackworth that the residents know about, but people 20 miles away don't. And so we're their voice. Because we write it just like we're talking to you. Oh my God, I found this adorable store. I couldn't wait to get this and this. And it's so great. Go tell the owner hi. And, I think their appreciativeness is great. And then our fans, they write to us all the time how appreciative they are. That the knowledge is so great and they're excited. Hey, I tried this restaurant, it was great. Or I tried this store and I got the perfect gift for my mom. So I think the overall appreciativeness from everybody has been awesome.
That's neat. So in terms of the small businesses, what's one of your favorite like stories about?
Gosh.
Oh, there's so many.
Oh, grab a couple.
Right. Well, you know what is really neat is we might be in one town, meet a store that carries a bunch of local items. Then we go to another place and then say we actually end up meeting that artist who created that separate item. So we've really pieced together so many people that we're like, oh yeah, we know, maybe we haven't met you yet, but we saw your products carried at this store in Alpharetta, and then we saw it at this store carried in Roswell. And so that's really been neat, is even though sometimes we don't even know the person yet, we feel like we kind of do, because
We've written about him, we've mentioned him.
Yeah, so, and it really does all tie together. And a lot of times we feel like, we try to almost make the introduction for them if we can. Like we might find a store that's looking for, we sent a friend of ours that made handmade scarves.
Yeah.
And I actually was wearing one in one of the boutiques in downtown Canton, and she's like, that scarf is great. Where did you get it? I'm like, my friend makes it. Send her the number. Next week she's selling her scarves in the store. So we try to just sort of plug people in where we
A lot of
can.
Connectors,
Make some
connectors.
connected. Yeah.
I think how great people are about sharing our articles too.
Yeah, yeah.
They really have helped spread the social media news
Yeah.
out to their friends
Right.
and their friends' friends, and then the businesses, really share it. So everybody likes a third-party endorsement.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what we are. I mean, we never write anything negative at all. If we don't like it, we just don't say a word.
Right.
And when we like it, we scream it from the rooftops.
That is,
We've
yeah.
also learned to follow people's leads and what they find interesting, because sometimes we've had a few stories maybe
Yeah.
we think are so exciting and
Yeah, and
interesting.
nothing else.
We write it up, we put it out there, nothing. And then something else we don't think will be that exciting,
Right.
like some new
People love lists.
weird store that's opening up. We're like,
Yeah.
no one's going to care about this, and thousands of people
Yeah.
seem to be interested. So, and we just, we want to give people what they want, the information they want. So we've stopped being just only we like this, because you never know what someone might want to know about. So if we get the information, we try to
put it
put it
out
out
there.
there.